Have you ever wondered why you do things the way you do, why you say the things you say? For some of you, it's hard to listen to other people. Others, it's hard to talk when you're in a group or when you're one-on-one. Why do you act the way? Has this ever happened where you've said something and literally 2 minutes later you're thinking, God, why did I say that? Or have you ever done something, responded in a way to where you think, I can't believe what I just did. And I seem to do it more than I don't do it. Or maybe you've wondered that about friends, your spouse, your kids. Why do people behave the way they do? Why do people act the way they do? Well, there's a lot of factors, but one factor that's the most overlooked is your personality type. All of us are born with our personality type literally wired into our DNA and our brain. And what we're going to do in the next few sessions, we're going to show you your personality type and why this is so important. It's important for a lot of reasons. Number one, it'll help you to understand yourself. It'll help you to identify your natural strengths, your natural inclinations. It will help you to see what your weaknesses are. And it's really important to know our weaknesses, not so we can get depressed, but so that we can strengthen those weaknesses. And it's important that we know our strengths so that when we're engaging in any situation, we can play to those strengths. And all those strengths and weaknesses are built into your personality type. It is also important because it helps us figure out who to partner with in any project, a business, anything you do. If you want to achieve extraordinary outcomes, as you'll see later on, it's critical that you learn how to partner. Partnering is how you achieve your dreams. In fact, I had a chance to look at probably around 200 people who have achieved their impossible dreams, going all the way back to the Revolutionary War, military people, our founding fathers, the Industrial Revolution. I love looking at these things. And as I may have mentioned yesterday, every one of them used the strategies that you're going to be discovering. And this personality type is just so important. Now, we have on our website a 5-minute personality test. And before you go any further with this video, I'd ask you to turn it off, get online, and take this test. Now, when you do this test, good news is it's the one test in life you can't fail. It's going to be very revealing. When you take the test, you will see that there are 10 lines of words, 10 horizontal lines. And you're going to go through each line, and the word that is most like you, for example, the first line, one of the words is likes having authority. The next word, I think, is enthusiastic. It is. I have it now. The third word on that line is sensitive feelings, and the fourth is likes instruction. You know, as a man, a lot of men don't like to look at an instruction manual. We oftentimes think, I can do this, we start it, and we only consult the instructions when we get in trouble. But there's one personality type out of 4 that before they do a thing, they look at the instructions. They get excited about the instructions. They understand the instructions. They can follow the instructions. My personality type, man, I am bad with instruction books and tend to, like I said, only consult the instructions when I'm in trouble. So all these things relate to personality type, but why don't we take a break and you do this test. There's 10 lines. Now the word that is most like you on each line gets a 4. The word that is next most like you gets a 3. The word that is least like you gets a 1, and whatever is left over gets a 2. Every line you just get 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 1, and 1, 2. And if you do this backwards, it can have devastating results. I was doing a 2-day seminar for the 18 vice presidents of one of the largest mall organizations in the United States years ago. And I had all these vice presidents in the room. And they take this little test, and then I have them stand up. I say, okay, how many L's do we have? And it just so happened out of these guys, out of 18 vice presidents, the CEO and the president, all but one person stood up on L. It was crazy. And then I had another person, and he stood up on one. And when he stood up, they all turned around. They said, that's not true. That's not true. You're not that. Turns out he had done it backwards. He had done 1, 2, 3, 4. So the one word that was most like him, he put in a 1. So his test was completely flipped. So he had to retake it. So don't retake it. The word that's most like you gets a 4. Next 3, least like you gets a 1. And what's left over is a 2. And go through this. And after you go through this, then come back to this video. So we'll take a break.